Coastal Bend neighbors being attacked, but it's not by a person. We have details on a damaging hailstorm that hit neighborhoods over the weekend. And while prices are rising on what seems like everything, healthcare is the latest necessity to see increased costs. We'll tell you why premium prices are spiking. Here's what else is making news in your neighborhood.
A teenager is killed on the weekend of Halloween, and now the community is mourning her. I'm Stephanie Molina in Keysville with what the police say happened and how her friends are remembering her.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alexis Scott. Gladys Benitez Cortez is off tonight. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first, we start in San Patricio County, where city leaders from across the Coastal Bend are divided on the future of our water crisis. City Manager Peter Zanoni and representatives from Corpus Christi Water spoke before San Patricio County's Commissioners Court today. Their presentation centered around the Evangeline Groundwater Project, which the city says they hope will ultimately bring in 24 million gallons of water per day. Zanoni saying that they hope the first amounts of water will start coming in by next November. But the city of Sinton tells Neighborhood News reporter Adam Beam they strongly oppose the project.
Our primary goal is to protect the city of Sinton's water source, and we want to do whatever we can to make this work for everyone. The bottom line is there's not enough water to go around.
If you want to learn more about the Evangeline Project, a town hall meeting is scheduled for November 24th at the San Patricio County Fairgrounds. And as city leaders scramble to find more water solutions, our lake levels continue to decline. Choke Canyon Reservoirs is at 10.7% capacity. It was at 11.4% of capacity just last month. Lake Corpus Christi sits at 12.7%, down more than 2% of capacity, and that is just since the start of October. And Lake Texana is at 73.9%, and it was over 75% of capacity just a week ago. And over the weekend, a hailstorm hit neighbors from Portland to Taft, dropping golf ball-sized hail that left cars, homes, and even wedding celebrations damaged. Many residents took these videos that are on your screen right now and pictures. This video was taken by State Farm insurance agent Matt. The hail took out all the windows on one side of his house. He says everything in the background is ruined, and others tried to outrun the hail in their cars.
Our whole back window was shattered. It was gone. The side of our car was very damaged. We lost lights. Our front window was messed up. The crazy part was seeing the birds dead that I'm guessing had gotten hit by the hail.
Now, insurance agents say they're seeing a flood of claims as crews work to clean up those neighborhoods that were hit the hardest. And we've got some great photos of the hail on our Coastal Bend Weather Watchers page this weekend. Take a look at these shots on your screen. This first one comes from Sydney Casanova and Gregory, where the hail looked like golf balls. And here's another submission from Monica Trammell in Portland. Those hail rocks are about palm-sized enough to put a dent right in your car or your house window. So we saw hail and rain over the weekend, but will it continue throughout the week? For answers, we turn to our meteorologist, Stephanie Lauber. Stephanie, will we see any more moisture this week? Will it rain, or will we see those hails coming back to the area?
Well, you know, the sad part is we didn't get that much rain from the event that happened this weekend. A lot of hail. Most of the water that fell in the sky came in the form of frozen rocks, as you saw there, significant in size. There's still a lot of folks that today are trying to figure out what they're going to do about their cars, their homes, and a lot of the cleanup around the area. So this is a radar from over the weekend, a radar loop showing, wait for this to reset, to show you some of those very strong storms that came through. And these are not the typical kind of storms we tend to see in South Texas, triggering a lot of storm reports, whether that was from trees down, as you saw there, the destruction that we showed you. These were supercellular thunderstorms. That's the kind of stuff you tend to see out west in Texas, not necessarily here as frequently in South Texas, but thankfully things are dry now and we're not going to see any kind of stormy weather like this going through the rest of this week. In fact, we've got a lot of sunshine, we've got some warmer weather on the way, and we'll talk about whether the opportunity for rain will be involved ahead.
And we now have the identity of the man who was found dead on Corpus Christi South Side after early morning accident. Police say just before 5 a.m., a man identified as 35-year-old Broderick Johnson was trying to cross Saratoga near Weber when he was hit by a vehicle. He was taken to the nearby hospital, but he died from his injuries. According to police, Johnson was at fault. He was not using a crosswalk when he tried to cross Saratoga. And there's sad news to report right out of San Patricio County. Former Sheriff Leroy Moody passed away on Saturday evening. Moody worked for San Patricio County for 53 years. He spent 30 of those years as sheriff. Moody retired in March 2019. Our condolences go out to Sheriff Leroy Moody's family and friends. And just ahead, there's a new update for SNAP benefits amidst the government shutdown. We'll tell you right about it and when we come back.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. It's day 34 of the government shutdown, but there is good news for people that use SNAP benefits. Now, the Trump administration said on Monday that it will provide partial SNAP benefits for November amid the government shutdown. The U.S. Department of Agriculture said it will tap $4.65 billion from its contingency fund. That would cover 50% of current allotments for eligible households. However, recipients will not see those payments immediately. And while the cost of gas and groceries and other basic essentials are increasing, there's another key need on the rise: healthcare. Premiums are climbing and more Americans are taking notice. Business and tech correspondent Mara Barrett reports on what's behind the price hike.
Whether you're on public or private insurance, you should be padding your budget line for premium costs going into 2026.
Anytime things like health insurance increase, it makes you uncomfortable.
Affordable Care Act plans, which enrolled a record 24 million people this year, will see an average 26% increase next year, with some states seeing astronomical increases if the enhanced premium tax credits expire. Meanwhile, costs for employer-sponsored plans are expected to surge nearly 10%, the largest increase in 15 years.
Jaw hit the floor. Going up to paying almost $1,200 a month it's going to be very, very difficult.
This comes as employees are battling inflation and stagnant wage growth.
The cost of their premiums is growing faster than their wages are growing, then it's just eating up a higher percentage of the amount of money that they take home.
Employers, they want to provide robust coverage, but they can't. Yeah. It's becoming a barrier for them financially.
Noel Cruz consults on benefit packages for employers who typically cover a large portion of premiums.
It's a balance between salary and it's a balance between what we can pay for on the benefit side.
Health policy experts recommend you arm yourself with information when comparing plans to best understand your coverage and provider options.
I think it's definitely worth looking at your estimated health expenses and your family's needs to determine which is going to be the best option for you financially.
Maura Barrett, Scripps News Group, Denver.
And tomorrow is Election Day. And if you need a ride to a voting location, this Corpus Christi RTA has got you covered. On Tuesday, the RTA will be offering free rides to and from voting centers. No voter registration or ID is required. Just tell the bus driver where you want to go. Now take a look at your screen at this information. For information about that and what's going to be on the ballot, you can scan this QR code right here on the screen, and you can get more information on christv.com, where we have an election guide. And keep it here on Chris 6 for very latest on tomorrow's election results. For now, let's take a look at our roadways in your live traffic report. Stephanie Lauber, how's it actually looking out there? Are the roads actually,
You know, Alexis, it's a Monday, so we do expect today to be the day that gives us all the troubles, right? But hey, not too bad. Our view on SPID right now, a little darker than usual because we are closer to sunset. That time change has made that an earlier time frame for us, but a lot of busy bees up and at 'em. Don't forget to check your lights, make sure they're on, because as you see here, a lot of folks have them on. This is the time. Even though there's still daylight, you need to have them. So let's check out the maps and see how we're doing. Coming down 37, the usual stop and go approaching the crosstown, but where the crosstown and SPID meet, not too bad. We're a little sluggish on the SPID side of things, but we're moving around the rest of 358. Saratoga is a bit of a busy spot, and as you might expect, Staples is too. So as you head out, make sure you stay safe and drive safe. I got your forecast when we come back. Hey there, welcome back. We're taking in the view from the CCAC camera over at Snoopy. So not doing too bad out there. It's a little warmer today. You might have noticed that. We are a few days from our cold front that came through earlier this weekend. And so with that, we're not looking at as much of the fall feeling that we had just a few days ago. It's kept the cooler weather here, so we're not talking about overly hot temps. But as we've told you, we're very close to that average temperature, which for this time of the year is sitting pretty right about 80 degrees. So not a bad day to head out there, but I will tell you, if you are a lover of those beach days, that water's getting colder, and with the change in daylight, we may see that too. So let's take a look at today's almanac and show you. This morning was nice and cool, 49 degrees, a fresh start when we normally start things out right around 60 degrees, but the afternoon, as expected, 80 degrees on the nose. So a number that we could really make some improvements with that we didn't happen to do that this weekend despite all the action is our rainfall deficit. This is still going in the wrong direction. We are sitting about a foot behind for our rainfall for the year here in Corpus Christi. That is not good considering we're technically now in our dry season and we're probably not going to see significant rainfall for the next couple of months. Not to say that to scare you, but that's the reality of it. So we need to hold on to any kind of rain opportunities we may have in the forecast the next coming weeks. Unfortunately, again, with all the action this weekend, we really didn't see a whole lot of rainfall, but it did help to kind of prolong the fall feeling that we've enjoyed, the cooler mornings and comfortable afternoons with less humidity around. We're looking at temperatures that are sitting in the 70s right now, still registering 81 degrees in George West. That may be an outdated reading there. Either way, not feeling too bad out there because that humidity is, again, fairly tame. But winds are starting to come around more from that onshore flow, that southeast flow. So we are going to see a bit of a warm up and there will be a little more humidity to contend with. That means we're not going to have as cool of mornings as we have seen going through the rest of this week. I don't think 49 is in our forecast very much for the next 7 days. We'll talk about it. But over the next couple of hours, we're going to see those temperatures falling faster again because sunset is just a few minutes away here. We're really talking about the next 15 minutes or so losing that daylight. So temperatures overnight will hang out near 60 degrees. We could get a little cooler at times, but for the most part should be a fairly quiet evening. And we're starting to see some of that humidity coming back, so we won't have the big difference between the morning low temperatures and the afternoon high temperatures. Still not a bad way to start the day, starting things out in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Might still be sweater weather for some of us out there. But looking back at October, this was a month that really brought the heat. So it's nice that we're at least starting things off on an even note. November 1st was warmer than usual. November 2nd, cooler than usual. And today, just right. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. But October also was not kind to us in that it didn't bring a lot of rainfall. November starting off on a good note because all of that action on Saturday brought us 0.07 of an inch, which is more than what we saw in October at all. So if we can keep this trend going, that would be great. Unfortunately, I don't see significant rainfall in the forecast. There's another cold front that'll be on the way, but that's not until the weekend. That'll help to keep temperatures in a comfortable range. But as far as rainfall goes, at this point, you got to imagine the rainfall because we're not really looking at meaningful rain in the forecast. Perhaps Tuesday will look a little better, but we've got a cold front, as I mentioned, that comes through next weekend. Don't think it's going to offer much for rainfall, but nice temperatures continuing into Veterans Day.
Caitlin Villarreal was only 18 years old when she was killed at a party over the Halloween weekend. I'm Stephanie Molina in Kingsville, speaking with those who knew her.
She was an amazing person, honestly. She wanted what was best for everybody.
On the night of October 31st, police were called to a home on West Kennedy Avenue for a shooting. When they got there, they found 18-year-old Kaitlyn Villarreal dead. Police say she was there for a small party. This Halloween tragedy leaving the community in mourning. Ozias Miller, a friend of Kaitlyn, described her as a caring person.
If you showed any sign of even slightly being off, she was, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" It was an immediate, she had to check on you. She was there for everybody.
According to police, witnesses say Larry Rodriguez pulled a firearm out of a backpack and shot Villarreal in the head. He ran from the scene and turned himself in on Saturday. He's been charged with first-degree murder. Despite speculation on social media, police and friends of the victim tell me he was not romantically involved with Kaitlyn.
They didn't have any romantic relations. They weren't ever together or had anything more than them being friends who said hi to each other every once in a while.
The Kingsville Independent School District said both teens were enrolled at KISD Care Academy. Kaitlyn was a senior in high school.
She had so many interests and dreams and hopes, and she had a lot of different aspirations that she really wanted to work towards, and she did. She was doing amazing.
Those who knew and loved Kaitlyn tell me they want her to be remembered for who she was and not what happened to her.
I think she should be remembered as a friend and a daughter, and I think that should come first before anything.
While the suspect still turned himself in, the Kingsville Police Department tells me it's an open investigation and you're asked to call with any information. In Kingsville, I'm Stephanie Molina, KRIS 6 News.
Welcome back. It's time to put those skeletons back in the closet and start preheating the oven. Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away, but while the turkey might be stuffed, your wallet won't be by the end of the holiday. Scripps News Group's John Matarese breaks down Thanksgiving deals this year, so you don't waste your money.
From $4 a person meal deals to turkeys for under $1 a pound, even free turkeys, stores are rolling out all sorts of Thanksgiving meal deals this year.
Pam Stewart is one of many shoppers stocking up on Thanksgiving fixings as she finds the deals.
You've got to watch your pennies.
To help customers save, Walmart rolled out its Thanksgiving meal deal that includes Butterball frozen turkeys for only 97 cents a pound.
Our pricing has gone down on our Thanksgiving meal package from last year.
Walmart's Jana Hill showed me this table full of fixings designed to feed 10 people for under $40. That's less than $4 per person. You get turkey, stovetop stuffing, pie ingredients, potatoes, and more.
Do you need cream of mushroom soup for your casseroles?
Yes, you do. Discount chain Aldi claims its Thanksgiving bundle with a 14-pound turkey and 9 sides also feeds 10 for $40. Krista McGrath with the Crazy Coupon Lady says these deals are worth looking at, but remember, they don't account for extra desserts or grandma's special recipes.
If you want to go off script a bit, you're going to be adding to your costs because those bundles really are designed around specific ingredients.
Other options, Costco's Gourmet Feast, serving 8 for $25 a head. BJ's promotes free turkeys with a $150 purchase in a single visit. With many regional supermarkets offering free turkeys as incentive, McGrath warns against overspending just to claim a deal.
If you're spending extra to get that free turkey, which again you can get for under $1 a pound, it's not going to be worth it to you.
Shopper Shayna Kamen says these meal specials are what some families need.
Really good for people that really need it, feeding a big family.
That way you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
And in Three Rivers, one cheerleader is set to live out her dream at Disney World this Thanksgiving. Allison Zamzow is a first-time cheerleader for the Bulldogs. But this Thanksgiving, you'll find her at the annual Disney World Holiday Parade. The 12-year-old says she's been practicing her special routine for the parade, though it is top secret right now. Neighborhood News reporter Melissa Trevino was in Three Rivers speaking with the 12-year-old cheerleader.
I'm excited and I'm ready. I'm hoping I cheer good and I don't mess up on anything, but I'm going to be practicing so I don't.
Allison will hit the road on November 24th. The school hopes that she'll have a special send-off specifically for her travels. We'll keep you updated on air and online. Welcome back. Are you on the hunt for some holiday cash? Would $800 million cover your Christmas gifts and Thanksgiving turkey? Well, you're in luck because the Mega Millions jackpot is still up for grabs. It was $754 million on Saturday, and now tomorrow night's is $800 million. Good luck, and if you win, don't spend it all in one place. And be sure to give me some.
I was gonna say, remember your favorite news people and weather people. We'll take a coffee at least.
I'll take $1 million, actually. I'm not going to be stingy with it. Just give me $1 million.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Yes, Happy Holidays.
Well, you know what? We had that fall feeling. That's been nice. It is going to get a little bit warmer this week. But you know what? We're pretty close to where we would be for November. We usually start the month off with mornings around 60, afternoons around 80, and then at the end of the month, we'll be looking at temps in the low 70s. So as long as you deal with that time change in the early sunset, you'll be all right.
I'm here for that. Well, that's all the time that we have for now. Thank you so much.